Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the breakdown. I'm Tone. It is fantastic to have you here with me once again for another discussion about precious metals, the wider economy, and all things that go hand in hand with that. Now, today, let's talk about the economies of the world in freefall, the economies of the world on life support, and barely better than that. Inflation out of control, interest rates being risen time and time again when we were told in 2021, late 2021, that interest rates would not need to rise by professional economists with degrees, that we would not need to be having rates raised on us until 2023 at the earliest and most likely 2024. These people that are legally allowed to give financial advice have not a clue what they are doing, or they are complicit in stealing your wealth and my wealth. And that's exactly what they are doing. They're not telling what they think is the truth. They are telling flat out lies. And the sooner people wake up to this, the better. But anyway, just want to cover the current gold and silver ratio price, and based on the prices today, we're basically at 88 ounces of silver buys 1 ounce of gold. So the ratio has dropped, but that's not due to a rise in silver necessarily. It's a combined phenomenon. The price of gold has come down. So silver has gone up some, but gold has come off its highs. And we've got world markets, share markets, and other commodities being hit at the moment as well. And that's largely due to the US dollar showing relative strength against other currencies, and that has put the downward pressure. It's all fake. It's all paper market stuff, but it's put pressure on precious metals, which ultimately just makes it more of a gift for the people awake enough to be doing something about it. Now, today I wanted to talk about something that it arose in a conversation I was having with a good friend of mine on the phone a couple of days ago on the weekend. I find it interesting, and I'm sure he does too, from what he was saying, that real money intimidates people. People are intimidated by real money. Perhaps that's because they've been blinded to what real money is, and they focus on cash and fiat currency as being money. And when you start to talk to people about gold and silver and other precious metals and commodities and that, I guess their eyes kind of glaze over and they don't really know what you're talking about because they've been so brainwashed. But real money does intimidate people. It shows in the conversations that I've had over the years. Now, my friend, he mentioned that in the past, when he was younger, he understands, and this sort of leads to, because I was raising the conversation about that child that I spoke about in my previous video, who actually understood which one of the two was money. Fiat currency, no, I don't want to borrow that. I want that silver coin. That silver coin is money. And my friend also said, look, when he was younger, he did the same sort of thing. He wanted to hold, whether it was silver jewelry or a silver coin that his grandparents had or something like that, that had more value in his eyes than, the common fiat currency. So I guess then my question would be why? If it's not intimidation, why don't more people have real money in their possession? Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars fiat currency in their bank accounts. And they've got their debt, which is in fiat currency, but they don't have any, not even one piece of real money in their possession. My mind boggles at that because, I mean, I understand to a degree because up until, 11 or 12 years ago, I didn't really understand it either. And so I guess it's been that long since I didn't have real money in my possession that I have somewhat forgotten. But it brings me to another point that I want to raise in this video. And that is a lot of people who are in the investing world argue against precious metals and say that, look, you hold it, it doesn't earn you anything. Okay? You have this in your possession, the price goes up, the price goes down, but you're not buying or selling it necessarily, so you're not making any profit. So there's no dividends being paid like on a share or a stock. And there's no fast gains and all those sorts of things. So the attractiveness of holding this just isn't there. But I want to point to the real reason why real money matters. And that is, I'll ask you this. Do you have car insurance? Do you have house insurance? Do you have health insurance? Do you have life insurance? Do you have other methods of ensuring that you don't lose everything or lose a lot of something if the worst is to happen? Now, not everybody's going to have life insurance. I get that. I would hope most people have some health insurance or life insurance, one or the other. But you have car insurance and house insurance. Why do you have these things? You have these things because while you're hoping for the best, you are preparing for what might come at a point that you're not expecting it, so that you are not left out of pocket. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about real money and the real potential for economic collapse. So we're not holding real money because we want to make ourselves rich. I don't for a moment believe that rich people hold real money because they want to get wealthy or get more wealthy. They want to protect their wealth because they recognize that constantly, every single day, fiat currencies around the world are in a race to the bottom. They are being devalued all of the time. But what happens when that goes on steroids? Hyperinflation? We're not there yet, but it's a very real possibility. And it is the plan of the people in control. That's how they make slaves of people these days. It's financial debt slavery. So, if you've got insurance on your life, your health, your car, your house, your farm, and you don't have financial insurance against the implosion of the financial markets, well, I'd ask you why not. I would be very concerned, and my mind boggles why more people haven't woken up, especially since 2008. But even after the last 2.5 years, 3 years with this stuff that we've just had since 2020. if you're not awake to this stuff yet, I don't understand why you haven't. It doesn't make any sense to me now. So this video is for you. If you've got insurance on everything else except your very savings that you've worked your lifetime to gather up, well, I think it's a really, really good time to be giving a good hard think about why you haven't gone down that path and start to really do your research. And that's really all I wanted to share with you today. And, well, I did have a box here to open. So what's in the box today? It's the 2014 edition of the Land Down Under series. This is the big 5-ouncer. Brilliant coin. I love this coin. And I mean, they went a bit overboard, I think, with the presentation case. I mean, it's just a 5-ounce silver coin, but I like it, and just thought that today I would share it with you so you could have a good look. Great Barrier Reef. They only made 400 of these coins, but I grabbed myself a couple back in the day, already about 8 years old. So, but anyway, that's what's in the box today. If you like this video, please give it a like. But more importantly than liking the video, if you found that this video is a good wake-up call and is of good value, please share it to everybody you know. Not for my benefit. I really don't do these videos for my benefit. Please share it to anyone that you think really needs a wake-up call, because, as I say, we prepare for the worst, but we're always hoping for the best. But this economy stuff is really starting to get pretty ugly. As we already know, like in 2008, I think that that's a lot smaller than what can be coming very, very soon. But like we saw in that time, there was a lot of people devastated financially. A lot of people took a dive out windows. It was that bad. So please don't let it get to that bad in your situation. Do what you can to protect yourselves, especially if you've been working for so many years to save up what you could. And if it's all tied up in fiat currencies, it can be all gone in an instant. Have tangible intrinsic value assets like this in your possession. That is my suggestion. Again, it's not financial advice because I'm not qualified to offer it. But as I said before at the start of the video, those that are qualified to give that advice, which I used to take when I had managed investments through banks and etc., they're qualified by law to offer that advice. They haven't got a clue. A lot of them don't have a clue, and any that do have a clue are telling lies to you. And that's all I've really got to share with you. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, share this video far and wide, help your good friends and even people that you just come into contact with, let them know just what's coming down the pike, because it's not far away. It could still be a couple of years, who knows? But like insurance, we don't just have no insurance up until the time when it's getting close to when we think we might have a problem. We have insurance because we just don't know when the problem can come. May God bless you and your families. And until next time, bye for now.